Hello everyone, this is Game Galaxy Zone. Welcome to today's video, and man, I keep getting bamboozled by Fate. I load into Fate for once to check the news on there because typically the website hasn't been updating, and of course I got that weird delayed issue where I had to actually reload, and I was like, okay, there was no news, so I jumped on to Google, and the first thing left open on Google was news for the game, and it was like, hey, Halloween event, and I'm like, of course. So restarting my computer to get this video out to you guys tonight, because this is information I've been dying to hear for literally 2.5 weeks. So here we are. I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible, but also try to make sure that I get as much information out for you guys as possible as well. So this is the Halloween Strike event, Himeji Castle War. This is the final of the Elizabeth variant of Halloween events that we'll be getting. This event will be starting on the 23rd, which will be the morning of the 23rd, or in this case PST will be midnight, and for us will be 3 AM Eastern Standard Time. So technically the 24th is when this will be releasing. This will go until 11/7, so this is 2 weeks. And there is quite a bit with this, so get ready for that. Eligibility is only to those who have completed the first Singularity, not Singularity F. The first one is the 100 Years War. How to progress through quests. This will be divided into 2 main story quests and then high difficulty quest, which will be coming out later. So we'll be getting the first thing at 10:23. We'll be getting the second half of the quest on 10:25, so you'll be able to finish it out and get everything you need to at that given point in time. And then finally, the high difficulty quest will come out on the 29th. So going down from here. So we'll get into Osaka here in a little bit. She is going to be the 5-star gacha servant. I'm going to be rolling for her. I'll go into that in a little while. Typical standard mission stuff here. You go through select missions. You'll be opening up specific areas, equipping CEs to get necessary materials, and of course there is a welfare servant. There are 2 welfare servants technically for this event. We'll go into details when we get to them. So there's this item called the E-Reactor. This is the item you will be getting to exchange from one of 2 welfare servants. The 2 welfare servants you choose from are Mecha Ellie-chan and Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II. Mark II is the one without color, and Mecha Ellie-chan is the one with color. Besides that difference in color scheme, they are exactly the same in both attack sprites, NP, skills, damage, HP, everything. They're exactly the same, you just have 2 different color palette options of which ones you want to choose from. So during the event, you'll have servants that'll have eligible bonus attacks and eligible drop rates, I believe, just attack bonuses. So attack bonuses with the eligible servants here, plus a couple of E-Pals is what they're calling them, for reference to the 5-star servant Osaka Hime. We have Elizabeth Bathory Brave, Elizabeth Bathory Halloween, which is Caster, Osaka Hime, Cleopatra, Carmilla, Assassin of Shinjuku, Assassin of Nightless City, Berserker of Eldorado, Mecha Ellie-chan, and Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II. They're both alter egos, I forgot to mention that, so if you don't have one of the alter egos, this is a good chance of doing or getting one of them. Personally, I don't find them interesting too much when I got one last year when I did this event, but I might have to double look at that. The extra servants with this are Tomomo no Mai, both Lancer and Caster, and Kyo Hime, both Lancer and Berserker, along with Tomomo Cat Berserker. Additionally, there will be a total of 6 CEs that you can get from this event, 3 of which are from the gacha, 3 of which are from the story and friend point summonings. These 3 here are the ones that you can get out of the gacha: Aerial Dive, Golden Wing, and Nostalgic Form. Scrolling down, we'll actually see what those do. The other 3 are from the gacha, and that is Trick or Treat, Phantom Night, and From Wonderland. So the store CEs are actually really good, especially this 5-star one. I would highly recommend to max limit break this. It increases Buster Card effectiveness NP strength by 8% and begin battle with NP charged at 30%, and I do believe this rises to either 10 or 12% and 50%, this I do know, when it is limit broken. These CEs also increase the appearance of enemy rates by 25% and by 100% when they are max limit broken. The second one is Golden Wings, increase NP strength by 20% and NP gain by 5% for yourself, of course increasing spawn rates. Third one is Nostalgic Form, increase defense and buster card effectiveness by 3% for yourself, and of course again raising the spawn rates. Now we get into the Welfare Servants for Mecha Elizabeth, and they both have a max attack of 9,997 and a max HP of 10,901. Like I had mentioned, they're both exactly the same, their just difference is their color palette. Their Noble Phantasm deals significant damage to a single enemy and removes defense buffs and decreased defense for 3 turns, effects increase with overcharge for a single enemy. We'll actually take a look at their skills here in just 1 second. So their skills for this are pretty simple, and of course they wouldn't be an alter ego without demerits. So their first skill is gain critical stars per turn for 3 turns, increase defense by 3 turns. This starts with 5 and 20% and goes up to 10 and 30% at level 10. Overlord Kai C, which is increase NP gauge, decrease HP, which is a 20% and 500 HP demerit, or 10% at level 1, 20% at level 10, and 500 HP demerit. The remove defense buffs demerit, increase NP strength and increase critical strength for 1 turn, both, and this will increase from 40% all the way up to 60%. So with this, you're going to be getting an item called Bee Pellets. You'll be using these to ascend them, which are through the missions. We'll get into missions here in a moment. If you've never done missions in the past, it's basically 100 set listings where you either have to beat enemies, beat select mission quests, grind specific materials, etc., and you're rewarded with a bunch of stuff for each one. I won't go into their Noble Phantasms. I don't know if they're any different in animation style. Like I said, I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. They are slightly different here. This one I know of. I've never seen the one that has color. The shop. There will be 3 types of items that you can get for the shop, or I should say drops, 4 items to get in the shop. We have Mysterious Divine Wine, Claws of Chaos, and Refined Magatama. Get that right. And we have Saber, Archer, Lancer, and Assassin monuments. You can also get Hero Crystals, the 4-star attack variety, Mana Prisms, and QP from the Beam Cookies. The Missile Ramon is Spirit Roots, Primordial Langu, and Ghost Lanterns. You'll also be able to get Saber, Archer, Lancer, and Assassin pieces, possibly either gold or silver, not specified. Hero Crystals, 4-star HP, and of course you can trade these out for Beam Cookies. And the Drill Gummy will give you Warhorse Young Horns, Meteor Horseshoes, and Fool's Chains, along with the Blazes of Wisdom, both 3 and 4 stars. Another 4-star all food class HP up, and the 3-star versions as well. You can also trade it for the missiles. And last but not least, this is the separate item in and of itself. You only get one of these, so you can only choose between one or the other. You will have to wait until next year to do this quest to get the other one if you so desire. But you can only get one of the 2 welfare servants right now, so choose wisely. I would also recommend to highly do this event, because this event has not had a rerun yet, and if you want both of them, this is the only chance that you'll ever be able to get both of them, until possibly forever. So it's at least interesting to get either one, and of course they're different in color. The High Difficulty Challenge quest will be available to any of those that have completed the Final Singularity and the actual story itself from the Halloween event, so make sure to do that. The reward is a crystallized lore, so that's always nice. No other information is really given about it, other than the timing that it will come out. Interlude and rank up quest AP will be half for certain servants. This includes Elizabeth Bathory, Lancer, Carmilla, and Kiyohime. And Elizabeth Bathory Lancer, Tomomo no Mai Caster, Carmilla, Tomomo Cat, and Kiyohime for their interludes and rank ups. Carmilla will also be getting a new battle sprite animation and NP animation, which I don't know if I've actually seen this, but it looks pretty cool, so Hey, nice. It's always nice getting updates anyway with this, because they are much needed. And it would not be an event without a gacha, and this is honestly what I've been waiting for the most to want to talk about, and that's specifically because of this assassin right here. I do not have a 5-star assassin in the game. I've rolled on many banners for them, including Shoten, more than probably anything else in the game, although no one really knows about that too much. She is not an attack assassin, she's actually more of a support assassin used for quick buffs, eventually gaining buster buffs, and then of course being able to get crit buffs as well for your entire team. So at the moment she might not be anything interesting, but she will play a pretty huge part later down the line for not only assassins, but anything that has a quick or buster based movement or even crit strength. So she is also very dependable with remove buffs and high defense as well. She also is, because of an assassin, has good C-star drop rate and can gain crit stars for your team. So she is a very, very good assassin and is highly, highly recommended if you are looking for a 5-star assassin or a 5-star in general. I will go into details of this banner here in just 1 second. So here is the banner. We're getting a bunch of servants with this. Going down this listing, we will be getting Osaka Hime, Carmilla, Elizabeth Bathory, Assassin of Shinjuku, Assassin of Nightless City, Berserker of El Dorado, and I believe that is it. She is a fantastic assassin with 10,824 HP, 13,822, oh, my bad. She has 13,822 HP, 10,824 attack, and her Noble Phantasm increases defense, quick card effectiveness, and maximum HP with overcharge for 3 turns for all allies. This is really, really nice, and this is I believe, a 30% quick card increase, and the defense and max HP is also very nice as well. During this event, when I played this for the first time, because of her attacking bonus, she actually can loop her Noble Phantasm very, very, very much. And you can actually get max HP to stack like crazy. You can also get increased defense to stack like crazy. You can also make yourself immortal with her. This was very fun to do, and I can't wait to try it out again when I pull her in the gacha. And that's pretty much it. This is an event that's really, really fun to go through. There's a ton of different missions and stuff, which I'm surprised they didn't mention. As far as I know, when I looked through this, there was no talk of missions, but there are 100 missions that you have to grind through, each of which you battle enemies and whatnot. The way the event works out is that you have to grind out specific doors to open up new doors to keep going through and do all this stuff. It's quite repetitive. It is going to be a pretty grindy event for the most part. You will have to grind fighting a lot of enemies in order to open up nodes and doors and missions and stuff like that. You're also going to need to grind out materials for the shop and stuff as well. So it is a bit of a grind, I will admit that, but thanks to the CEs and the increased attack bonus for servants, this should make it pretty easy to go through without too much of a hassle. But with that being said, that is everything you need to know for the upcoming Halloween event. I know this video may be a little bit longer than it did previous, but it just goes into talking a little bit about as much stuff as I can to make it as good as possible. I didn't get to mention these CEs, so here they are. I won't go through them. If you need to pause and view them, you can. Very cool art and whatnot as well. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys are just as interested in the Halloween event as I am. I am super psyched for this event. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for news on it, and we are finally getting it. I will be streaming this event. I will not be streaming my gacha rolls, unfortunately. I will only be recording my gacha rolls. For whatever reason, I've said this before, if I stream my gachas, they're awful. I don't have the quartz to get rid of right now for that. I'm going to record it because I get better luck with it and hopefully not jinx myself, so we'll see. But I will be streaming the event, and I will only be streaming for maybe a couple of hours because at that point I will most likely be about 5 o'clock in the morning, which is fairly late even though I don't have class that next day. It will be something, so but I will stream the event for the most part. I will also be streaming it that next day. I'll probably try to go through as much of it as possible and then probably waiting until the second part comes out, going from there, etc, etc. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think about this event. Do you think it's going to be interesting? Do you think it isn't? Will you be doing it? Will you not? And I hope that if any of you are rolling on the gacha, that you experience very good luck and hopefully get something that you want out of this. I definitely have been wanting Osaka Bekime since a year ago, and she's the first servant I tried to roll for in JP when I got my JP account, so this will be great if I can get her here. Plus I need a 5-star assassin, so please make this happen. Anyhow, that's all I have for this video, and I shall be seeing you all in the next couple of days in Halloween fun.